Time for something different. Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Last time, we did some normal missions here in NLA, doing something like Highwire, or another one which involved Wrothan being stolen. Thankfully, we stopped the guy. This time, we will be doing an Infinity mission and a few normal missions. Yeah, honestly, I wanted to do this so we can get this out of the way. Prospective Partners requires you to have Chapter 9 completed, 14% of Mira to be completed as well. And it's in Noctilum. So here we go.
We have visitor.
Well, it isn't every day the Director General stops by for a visit.
I'm a busy man, I fear. But something's come up that I'd like your team to handle.
Stuffy Suit came to the right place. Make request and Tatsu will see what he can do.
Right. Well, I'd like to propose we enhance our surveillance of the Ganglion.
Is there something you're expecting to find?
We've had a string of unusual reports lately. There have been rumors that the Ganglion are fighting amongst themselves.
Power struggles? With all those species working together, I imagine they've no shortage of infighting.
Which is precisely what we want to exploit. Hence the need for intel. And why I'd like you to focus on expanding Frontier Nav for now.
All right. We'll take it on as a formal request from you.
Constantine has decided to further expand its investigation of the Ganglion across Mira. So, I went to the wrong area because my mind was like 2 + 2 = fish. Yeah, I don't know why either. Let's go to HQ now.
Fascinating.
Find something useful?
All intelligence is useful, Colonel. It's just a matter of finding the best lens to view it through.
Wow. That's deep, sir.
If I'm not mistaken, you fought against a Wrothan squadron before, yes?
Wrothan? Tatsu hear that name someplace before.
Tatsu. They are proud and fierce people.
That describes Tatsu perfectly. Is friends sure they're not thinking of Tatsu? When did we fight folks like Tatsu?
Come on, we fought them in Sylvalum, remember?
Oh, right! Tatsu remember now. Kitty cat people, right?
We've analyzed Frontier Nav records for evidence of Ganglion infighting. Every instance has involved Wrothans fighting against one race or another. This is more than just a few simple disagreements. We believe they've broken ties with the Ganglion entirely, and on less than amicable terms.
Maybe an alliance.
If they really have left the Ganglion, that might be a possibility. Their motives certainly seem different enough. If their values align with ours.
As we often said on Earth, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I expect an alliance with the Wrothans would prove beneficial for both of us.
Agreed. Even beyond the practical merits, it just makes sense for us to try and make as many friends as possible.
Which brings me to your next mission. I need you to travel to the site of the latest clash and gather data.
Yes, sir.
The latest clash site is actually by 203. 203 is the location of where this is located. Make sure you're careful about the area, like I said last time, because otherwise you're attacked by skells and or other high-level enemies, and it's never that good. And we are here.
That's right. We've located a Wrothan skell. It seems mostly undamaged. No pilot in sight. It's unclear if they abandoned the skell or were killed.
What about the data unit?
Intact, as far as I can see.
Excellent. Please bring it back with you. Also, a sample of the plating and any weaponry you can manage.
We'll do what we can. Ready for a little manual labor?
Are you kidding? I can't wait to get this stuff home to analyze it.
He might have his own motives.
Huh? What do you mean? Elma?
Well, no point in hiding it, I suppose. I can't be certain, but if I had to venture a guess, I'd assume this is all just insurance in case an alliance falls through.
You mean we're gathering this data to make fighting the Wrothians easier?
Oh, I'm sure diplomatic talks will come first. And even if we can't secure a friendship, that doesn't mean we have to fight. But it's always good to prepare for the worst possible scenario. Especially if you're the man responsible for the safety of all of New LA.
Well, I hope the Alliance can work out.
As do I, Lynn. For now, let's get back to work.
All right, let's. Oh, jeez. Hey, big buddy, what are you doing here, buddy? Oh, jeez, I did not think that would happen. Okay, let's just walk to the Wrothan scale and get the parts. There are two of them right here. The last one is located actually across the water, leading that way. You could go in your skull, or you can walk to make yourself safer and not have to worry about an enemy. Like this big, Collis, I don't know why Xenoblade Chronicles is known for weird enemy names. It's just something they usually do. Although, to be fair though, some are funny, like Territorial Rothbard. Territorial Rothbard is fun. So let's go ahead and get the last skeleton from the Wrothan skull, and we're good. That's pretty much all we have to do. Now, let's just go back to NLA with all the missing pieces we got, and go deliver this to Director Constantine. Alright, so we are here finally, and we'll already be done with the mission. Ironically enough, this is one of the shorter Affinity missions.
I received your report. Good work collecting those samples.
Wrothan pots.
I'm just sorry we weren't able to get more.
We'll take what we can get. You have my thanks.
They're an exceptionally proud people. If we can forge an alliance, I'm certain they'll be friends we can trust.
I'll remember that. And should the day come, I'd like you to serve as ambassador.
My pleasure. As long as you don't send me there to declare war.
Perish the thought. The fewer enemies we have, the easier my job is.
Prospective Partners is complete. It looks like the Wrothans are being hounded by the Ganglion. This may be an opportunity to team up with them. Luxar's ship hollow figure. And that's it for the Affinity mission. That basically leads us to level up, and the next chapter is technically available. Since we did all that, I think I have a good idea of what we could do next. We're going to be taking care of that off the record that was taunting me to no end. Let's go to missions and check the off the record. The off the record is, well, an interesting one. First things first, it's known as mechanical. So, if you're looking for the information for this off the record, it's mechanical. So, first things first, in the nest behind a rock of a primal lake, quiet Lady Zikor, thy lust will stake lake. This was different in the original, so just keep in mind. We're not going to talk about the original because it's not needed. Soar deep into the skies and seek the Forgotten Land's ultimate peak. That's Oblivia. Take the elevated corn to hand atop the peaks of a delusional land. I'll cut to each location to make this easier for everyone, so that way you don't have to worry about what you're looking for. So, let's us head to the first one on our list, the Primal Lake. The first item on our agenda takes us to the west, or rather East Japan Plains. What you have to do is climb up this way and then go down here. Now, get out of your skull. You're not going to need a skull for this one. Otherwise, you get attacked with a big bug up there and it's never going to be fun. So, outright speaking, the Scorpio's really what you want to go for. See those Scorpios hanging above? Well, one of them is actually the monster you're looking for. The queen itself is
They've seen us.
one of the wood Scorpios. Yep, and it's not fun. However, it's not this wood Scorpio. We know fully well that it's different Scorpio entirely. So, let's just go this, and then we'll just go ahead and slide and singer again. Boom, there we go. Yeesh, that was annoying. So, what you have to do actually is literally walking towards us. It is the Venena de Swinquist. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Go attack him and get rid of him entirely. Let's get rid of his acid sack first. Or her acid sack first. So, yeah, that's pretty much the only thing to go for when it comes down to this enemy. So, yeah, pretty good to understand. Just keep forewarned that, of course, you're going to need to take care of this, and it's pretty much the only thing to do. Okay, the acid stack is now gone, and I can finally start targeting the rest of its body. There we go, and we already have overdrive. It's not getting it right now, but it's good to have, and it's up. Boom. Ooh, it's almost down and out. All right, let's just finish this off with the Sky High. All right, it's all dead. One Valor Brogs, but that's all we needed for the first one. And the second one is actually closer by, so I can actually fly it there if we want to. So let's actually fly there instead. Treasure collected, 33,000. Yeah, yada, yada. Let's go back to the Skell. I can just skip travel to the Skell. I don't know why I'm bothering. You know what gets me so Mickey Mouse? The fact that every single time I skip travel in a game, it depends on the speed of the game. For Xenoblade X, I always have to cut out the skip travel because it's just so blasted slow for no reason. I will never understand why, but we'll ignore that for now. In the meantime, though, another one of these. We're going to Oblivia. So, yeah, not exactly the most fun. A dust storm again, but we're going to fly there anyway, so let's go there immediately. So, the location of the peak is actually close by, but there's also a pro place inside I can get to as long as I'm flying. So, if we climb up all the way, there's actually an area you can't get to without flight. And should be located right about here. Eddie's Conquest. Land right here. There's an indigent nest with a tyrant nearby. I just need to go after this. This level 35 tyrant is not much of a threat. So you can take it out if you want to. I might as well take care of it just because there's a tyrant literally nearby, and might as well. Ha! So, yeah, pretty easy tyrant to go for. It's not exactly much of a threat. Oh, there we go. And the Treasure Keeper is pretty much going down very quickly. There's not much too unique about the Treasure Keeper. At least from what I remember correctly, it doesn't really do a whole lot much. It does the same arts that any other of its species do. That acid is pretty much one of the main things that you're going to watch out for, but besides that, it's heavier. It will not go flying by certain arts. There we go, and boom, 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 boom. All right, there we go. There we go, and it's all done. It's also required for part of the actual map, so let's go out of here. Now, ironically enough, this is a requirement, so let's go out of the way, and then let's exit the map, and then let's get back on our Skell. Skelly. Skell. Which one is it? There it is. Alright, let's just fly back up again. Alright, so we're done with all that. I wanted to take care of that tyrant because it's literally right there at level 35. Very easy to take care of. And since I'm here, I might as well take care of it. Really, it's an easy way to take care of enemies. You know how it is. There's a lot of enemies here you want to take care of. Ganglion over there, I'm not really too bothered by them. I've already cleared out most of the area. But I think I can slip in just a little bit because I did miss a pod. Hello, what do we have here?
Good position. Open fire.
Boom. Alright. Alright, there we go, there we go, there we go. And he's almost down.
I'm doing good. Easy.
And he's down. Death Wave. Alright, that's good, but there's actually a whip whale debris I wanted to grab, so I wanted to come down here for that particular. Alright. Experience credits, that's all I got. Yeah, a little bit disappointing more of a disappointment one, but whatever can you do? So let's climb up immediately with the flight, and I believe, if I'm right about this, is that the actual location for the segment of the probe placement site is a bit north of this. Now, to get in there, I recall correctly, it's a cave. I recall correctly. Don't quote me on this, but it's not a cave, but you know what it is. And it's something up top here. I don't know why they put it up here, 310, weird location, whatever. Not really much of an area that you really want to go to anymore, but it is there just the extra location, just to have another link going, because we already have most of Oblivia done. And Noctum's still not done yet, but what can you do? Now, we'll be coming back here later for bigger things to fry, or rather, fish to fry. Yes, indeed. But more importantly than that is actually up here. You can actually see that there is a location here. Let us go up north of this. As you see, items again, like they've been here before. So, yeah, we've been here already. But if you climb up to this peak in Oblivia, you have to reach the peak needed for Mount Edge Peak. That was required. The last and certainly not least is actually not here. You're probably wondering where the heck you're going. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're going to Sylvium. Now, this one is a pain. A real big pain. I'm gonna be bluntly honest with all of you, this location sucks. So, what you have to do to find the items is go past the Bar Stone Bridge if you have the location. If you don't have the location, don't bother. That tyrant right there, avoid it as much as possible. It's level 75. So, yeah, just avoid it as much as you can. Beyond that, though, this is pretty as much of a safe area. You can pretty much walk through it normally. But besides that point, there's a pro placement site nearby, but I don't have a time to deal with it. But we can take care of it just that way we actually have another placement site. There's Ganglion here, as you see. Marnix again, but we have the Skell's ability to use Phoenix Wing. Put your name on it. Yeah, this is pretty much a cakewalk. There we go. Advanced Climate Bars. Ooh, that's actually nice. With that out of the way, we can actually, you know, get this out of the way and get this FN site so we have more of Sylvium done. We're gonna need this for another story chapter, so we needed this at least 15%. So as you see, now we have another segment over there. There's one over by the Northway, but we're good. I think the store's pretty good for me, considering I need more. Now, you want to climb up with the flight module. If you don't have this now, I recommend getting the flight module in Chapter 8 and 7 out of the way. Fly up this way, and as you notice, there's the North Summit. Now, the summit actually has one item in question that is actually required for this item. For, well, the elevated corn to be done. Now, the item itself is more of a rare item, so as a result of that, you're likely going to have a heck of a time trying to find it. It is known as a Pale Maze. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's a weird name. But it is what it is. Now, a lot of the alien records here is not really worth the effort, given the fact that it's just experience and credits. And a few battle points, but that's besides any sort of situation. So, yeah, there's that. It's usually north or south. So, this is the North Island, or the north area of the mountain. But besides that, though, there's a record over here. Might as well grab it while we're here. Alright, that's out of the way. No bad points. I'll be honest, I don't particularly like this part of the area. You'll understand why in a little bit. But in the meantime, though, there is actually a location up here. Let's just fly up a little bit. Now, let me warn you all right now, level 40 enemies, not much of a fun thing to deal with. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna get attacked. Okay, so you know what? If you want to fight, let's fight. I'm gonna destroy your beak. We're back now.
Open fire!
Yeah, I didn't want to get attacked, but fighting a little 50 enemy is not exactly my idea of a plan. Alright, got one part of it done, and now let's climb up a little bit more so Phoenix. There we go. Red zone and what?
Man, I gotta get on that once we're home.
Okay, busted body wear. That's another one we don't have, which I can't use because, of course, that means I don't have the AM in question. And there's one more AM left. Yeah, I'm not kidding. We're actually 1 AM short of actually not worrying about the busted wear anymore. Get that. It's pretty good. Although, I wish it was more. But whatever. The antiquity is done. We're actually close to where we need to be for this. So, yeah, there's that. This area just sucks for me, to be honest. I never liked coming here at any time when I was using the game on the Wii U. And I never liked coming here later on in the future when I played the definitive version for the first time. Mainly because of, well, the South. You wanna know why the South sucks? Well, I'll tell you. South has tyrants and even high-level enemies. Yeah, not the most fun thing in the world to deal with. So, yeah, the odds of finding the items, by the way, are a lot higher on this island, or rather this mountain. So you're better off coming here for it, but you will get attacked a lot. Fly, 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 fly. Now, if you cannot find the item, you're likely going to have to let the autosave help you out with this. And annoyingly enough, I can't really control it. Okay, there we go. Let's just land down the ground again. It's nighttime now in the game. Okay, whatever. Although, nighttime-wise, I do like the nighttime look. Though, it doesn't help the fact that, well, stinking high-level enemies. Level 50 enemies suck. We can fight them if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend certain ones. Back. We got one at least, but that's the tyrant I was worried about. It's gonna go into a pathway around this way. So
bad news.
Highland Jackal. Great. Thanks, game. Ignore it. Ignore it. Lose interest. Thank you. So, yeah, it's pretty much the main thing you have to watch out for around this area. Besides that, that's pretty much the main thing here. 419, which gives us a level up, which is good. Ironically enough, we're kind of over-leveled for our next chapter mission, so to be honest, I'm likely going to have to bum rush it again. I'll try not to be over-leveled, but to be honest, I wanted to show off that experience shape strategy where you can just get free experience for the enemies. But besides that, though, not too concerned. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Go away. I don't like to be bothered by you. Okay, this is not so good. I usually have rough luck of this area. Don't get me wrong. I do. And he was not there before. Okay, looks like the guy decided to be, well, existent by now. As long as you stay out of his sight, he won't get you. I'm fly, and Elmlin was sent flying. So there's also Candors here, but they're not needed for anything, so do not bother. All right, let's just land. All right, land, okay. Land ho! I should never say that again. So, more bugs.
Here they come.
Okay, you know what? You guys are gonna be annoying, so I'm gonna just do this.
I'm in a good position.
These prankster Nephites. Alright, that's crossing. Prankster Nephites are not needed in the slightest. They are annoying buggers. Okay. Really? Can you stop doing that? Okay. I'm now currently stuck. Alright, that's it. That's it. Annoying bugger, isn't it? At least it's taken care of, but man, I hate that thing. Still are missing 3 more. Not helpful. I just wish I had more. The Escadas technically do sleep, so they can actually be, well, hiding. There's also more of these jackals, but they're on the ground, so they can chase you in flight if they feel like it. I wouldn't recommend worrying about it, though. All right, there we go. Got rainy cricket. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I just wish I got more stuff, because honestly, this is more of a tedious nonsense. More or less tedious. To be honest, this mission does suck because you're going through tedious item checking, and it's never been fun to me. It really has never been fun.
Got no choice.
Ignore it. Ignore it. If you want to bother me, please find some other way to do it. Please, I don't care. There is a tyrant nearby, by the way. It's over by the item, but I'm not going for it. All right, there we go. Let's land. Honestly, I think I'm probably just gonna... Yeah. Okay, Candor. Oh, no. Okay, we got out of range of the jamming gas, but everyone else got stunned. Well, we're good. No one can get me up here. I'm safe.
I really need some heals.
No, you don't. You're good. Wow, you are literally dying right there. Come on, stop dying. Okay. Sheesh. Alexa, sheesh. Let's stop here and go to the skull wreckage right here because I think this is a decent one. Semi-decent. A research probe G6. That's something I do need. You need a lot of research probes for another mission in the future, but it is more of the annoying mission that you really, really won't like. Trust me, there's a lot of missions that require Frontier nav that make things way more annoying than they should, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's get this slowly out of the way, get this 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 out of the way. Not getting much. In fact, I basically got slipped through the entire area and got most of the items here. here, I only got one. So I'm likely gonna have to do what I usually did whenever I have to go search for items. I likely have to use the game's autosave just to skip back to this location again, just to get the item in question. Before you ask, there is literally nothing to stop about it. Great. Well, looks like I don't have much of a choice. I'll be right back once I find the items, because this is gonna be a pain.
Here comes bad news.
Oh, this weather condition. So, spore weather condition. It causes you to gain fuel. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Although visibility is kind of bad when you're above higher levels, so yeah, kind of fun. Although the fuel recovery is pretty much one of the main things you're gonna love about this. Now, ironically enough, this can be combined with the fuel probes in order to increase your fuel recovery even more. And that's pretty much the main thing you want to do with this area. Back to me grinding again for the item in question. Yeah, I found it finally. Oh, yeah, that took forever. So, next up, we got the items in question. Now, you're probably wondering where we're going next. You need to head to Isama Hills. Now, the next step is to have this be at the evening/nighttime. So you need to make it at 1700 hours to 1900 hours. Anywhere above either of them or below either of them will not work. Now, Solian is actually located, well, in these hills. Now, you have to go a little bit further north for him, but he is actually right over here. You just have to talk to him. More information on White Whale Wreckage, I might as well take that. So, Solian is over here once again. Are you? Oh, yes. I take it you are here because you completed all the trials I assigned you? Then you are a blade worthy of possessing my greatest invention, my masterpiece. The mechanical field skill capable of unraveling every mystery this enigma world can offer. I can install the skill straight to your Mimia zone immediately. Are you prepared? Yes. Then let us begin. With this, you will become host to the sum total of human wisdom built up since the dawn of history. Off the record, mechanical is complete. Installation complete. I must excuse myself. I look forward to news of your continued exploits. There is only one more off the record left to go. Now, all treasure boxes of human origin are available to be unlocked and opened. And 35% means nothing, but there is one mechanical box that actually is the one you're going to need to open. For those who are curious, yeah, you should get all the records done so that way you can get everything done. Now, open this thing, because now you can finally open it. A lot of credits, money, and a file. That file and a mining probe G2. Now, that file is actually important for something, so let's head over to the AMs to check it out. And we've already hit our max AM amount, so we might as well get our AM used because, to be honest, it's doing nothing while we have holding on to this. So let's go ahead and manage the AMs. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, there we go. Granada dead. Yeah, yes. I can max out Granada GG, and now I'm CEO, which means I have the maximum equipment at max. Very good. And I'm going to get Canad, not Canad all the way, but I'm going to get at least enough to get to the max. So let's go with, I think it's this amount. There we go. Now AM is upgraded enough to level 3. Oh, did not mean to do that. Whatever. Heavyware series is now available from the Canad. So yeah, you want them to be at level 3 in order to get access to everything you need to grab in the game. So I would recommend getting all the upgrades to be at maximum. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get them, and you're likely going to have to see that stupid option where it's like, oh, what bad gear. Yeah, pretty much. Level 3, Heavyware Series for the Orpheans technologies. Pretty good. Now, I could get Murdoch upgraded. You know what? I might as well. I think it's 8,000. Nope, no, not that one. And it is 8,200 and 108. There we go. Murder of Heavyware is now available. Pretty good. And Napalm Commerce Guild, you don't want to deal with for a while. They don't get any gear till level 5. Anyway, back on the other thing. Goliath Pile Driver was the file that was gotten. This Goliath Pile Driver is a scale weapon. Now, the Pile Driver itself is also a gear for the level 50 gear. It deals physical damage, inflicts physical resistance down, and if you're using it from behind the enemy, it does boost damage, and it's already a pretty powerful weapon from power rating. However, it's level 50 gear, so we cannot equip it because, of course, we're not level 50 yet, and we cannot equip level 50 gear. With that out of the way, we have gotten pretty much a lot of things done here in NLA, and to be honest, I pretty much am... What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, yeah. I think I'm done with NLA for a little bit. So, next time on Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, we will be taking care of the next chapter. This chapter will be Chapter 10. We need to get enough information for it, so this is the information you need. Sylvian, Manhunt, and Prospective partners need to be done before this mission needs to be completed or started. And you cannot have Nagi in the party. So, see you all next time.